Because of the Civil War, African Americans who had been held as slaves were given their freedom. But the southern states still had a long way to go before African Americans were treated as equals with whites. Laws were passed that said black and white children couldn't attend the same schools. Black and whites had separate drinking fountains and bathrooms. Blacks were required to sit in the back of public buses and in their own train cars. Before the Civil War, African Americans took care of their white masters' farms and homes. Those were the only jobs they knew how to do. Few knew how to read and write. When the war was over and they were declared free Americans, they needed to provide for themselves. One state in the South, Alabama, realized it needed to make some adjustments too. Cotton farming was the biggest industry in the state, and without slave labor to take care of the farms for free, new industries needed to be created. Alabama began building cotton mills. Coal, iron, and limestone mines were opened. Sawmills were built to process wood that was cut in Alabama pine forests. Factories began processing cotton seeds into cattle food, lighter fluid, and soap. Some African Americans started working in the mines and factories, but many only knew how to farm, so they began sharecropping. This means they received seeds, tools, housing, and food from other farmers who owned large farms. The sharecroppers would work the land and receive a part of the value of the crop when it was sold. This would pay for their seeds, tools, homes, and food. Many white farmers also became sharecroppers, or left their farms and worked in the factories. Factory pay was very little, so often entire families would have to work. Dads, moms, and children would work in the factories 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. This left no time for children to attend school or even play. Alabama rail yards made it possible for goods to be delivered all over the United States, and the port at Mobile, Alabama was enlarged so ocean-going ships could load up goods and take them overseas. Alabama, which was devastated by the Civil War, began to rebuild itself and redefine its economy, and freed African Americans began finding new ways to live their lives.